Yeah, thank you very much for watching all the episodes before. I'm just thankful to each one of you watching them. I'm back with another video. As you know, coronavirus is all over the world, and we are shooting quarantine video. I'm just a place of my home studio where I'm shooting in my house. So yeah, this video is going to be more about books I've already read or books I'm reading right now, and yeah, so let's start. So the first book, which is very close to my heart, this is the Anne Frank, the diary of a young girl. So as you already know, this is a young girl from Germany who was, they were in underground. Their family was living in underground of their house because of Nazis, and she was a Jewish girl. So I'll just read the paragraph written behind. In July 1942, 13-year-old Anne Frank and her family, fleeing the horrors of Nazi occupation, went into hiding in an Amsterdam warehouse. Over the next 2 years, Annie vividly described in a diary the frustration of living in such confined quarters. The unabridged and definitive text provided a deeply moving and unforgettable portrait of Anne Frank, an ordinary and yet extraordinary teenage girl. So this book is wow. I've been 2 years back when I was in my Indian school, I've been reading it. But then I used to sleep because it was too boring and too big to understand. It's like, if you see this book, it's a 400 pages, not 400, 430 pages. It's like way too much to read, and as it's a diary, you can't read it by half. You have to read continuously. And as I was in a hostel, so I can't do just one thing. I have to divide my time into my study hours, reading this book, a lot of different things. So yeah, I just did it anyway. I read it, but then a lot of times sleeping because never understood it properly. So I'm gonna read this book, and yeah, you can understand the hard work she had, and her family, and the Germans and Jews were in Germany. So this is written by, it is published by Penguin India, and edited by Otto Frank and Mirjam Pessler. It's wow. Please do read this book again. I'm telling you, I'm just gonna add all the links in the description below. The second book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. So it says, an counter-native approach to live a good life. In the generation-defining self-help guide, a superstar blogger shows that the key to being stronger, happier people is to handle adversity better and stop trying to be positive all the time. So this book is like, pretty much, it takes you deep. It connects youth a lot. It's an international bestseller. It's in I don't know if it's a New York Times bestseller, but and it's published by Harper and Collins. And Mark Manson has been a big part of my life, been so near to me. I've been reading his articles for maybe 2 years now. It's like way too much. He has more 2 books, the same thing behind. So I've already tried to write this book, if I'm not wrong. I can tell myself as the author of this book also, because this book is full of articles of Mark Manson. Like, not an author and an taker of this book, because I just 2 years back, I just took all the articles and put together for Mark Manson and thought of publishing as a book. I wrote an email to him, and I got a reply, sorry Lakshit, it won't be possible because I'm just writing a book on that things, connecting all my articles and adding more of context of myself. And he said, so I won't be able to give you any rights of using them. So yeah, that was a hard thing. I just used my 4 months to write that, and at last when I wrote this email, it's already done, and I've tried to make it everything, but he was like, no, you can't do it because I don't want to give you permission, because I'm in process of writing these books. And I was like, okay, fine, it's like your thing, so it's your decision. And yeah, so I'll just read in small part of it. So in life, you have limited amount of fuck to give, so you must choose your fucks wisely. Manson brings a much needed grab you by shoulders and look you into the eyes moment of real talk, filled with entertaining stories and profane, ruthless humor. The manifesto is a refreshing slap in the face of all of us, so that we can start to lead more contented and grounded lives. Like, wow, it's amazing. It's just getting deep. It's like so enlightening, so filled of wisdom. You can just follow him also, Mark Manson, on Instagram. He shares a lot of effective posts. So it's like, wow, do read this book. Then I have earn $1 million by reading this book. So no, it's not really that. So it's Think and Grow Rich, written by Napoleon Hill. It's a book of what I can say it as. It pushes you to achieve a goal. It takes you more to, as it's written, and subtitle it's given, Unleash the Secret of Success. So it takes you towards your success. Start the most important day of your life by reading this book. It's published by Amazing Reads. It's like somewhere of $2. You can just bring it on Amazon and Flipkart. You can find a lot of audiobooks on YouTube, audios of this. So I've read it 4 times. I never understood because it was too deep to understand it. And the 5th time I read, I used an audio of YouTube. So it was easy for me. And it was divided into chapters. So they read it for me and I just had to just check the wordings with that and make me understand it properly, because I felt there is someone in conversation with me and I'm speaking with him, and the conversation is scripted. So it is as a book, so it's scripted. So it's very good. I do recommend it to read. It took me a lot of ways, and it have moved me to a lot of things. It will help me a lot of things with a lot of things. Do read this book, for sure. So then comes my life's second book which I've read. It's Transcendence, the Spiritual Experience of Pramukh Swamiji by APJ Abdul Kalam. So it's published by Harpen Elements, which is a HarperCollins publisher, and part of it, and a lot of different things. I'm not interested in much of them. You can find it only on Flipkart and Amazon. Maybe if you find it, if you're a non-Indian, it will be more expensive for you. If you buy it in pounds, it's 13 pounds, and if you buy it in dollars, it's $20. And it's in book written by the 11th President of India. So this book takes you to an amazing journey. The 11th President of India, APJ Abdul Kalam. So he's an author, he's a scientist, a missile man of India. And he's the first man who created a missile with his friend, and the first man who took Indian space to a different place. It's like wonderful reading about him. And his book with Pramukh Swamiji. Pramukh Swamiji is the 5th successor of Swaminarayan Sampada, and which is like, he's a great inspiration of crores of people in Gujarat. People are inspired by him. He have made 2 great temples of Swaminarayan. It's a devotional place where it takes you to a different journey of your life which you would never expect. He created a beautiful temple of beautiful stuff in it. I've been to his temples in Ahmedabad. It's in Rajkot or Ahmedabad, I'm not sure. It's in Ahmedabad if I'm not wrong. So in Ahmedabad, he created a so beautiful place where he describes the story of Lord Swaminarayan, and which gives you a kick push to do something, because he, being a god, gone with a lot of hard work, And it was like, wow. The water show, which is at night in Ahmedabad, is great also in his temples. So I'll just read a small thing he did have written back. Pramukh Swamiji, one of the most inspiring spiritual leader of modern times and the 5th spiritual successor of Bhagwan Swaminarayan, is the inheritor of legacy of enlightenment gurus that goes back to early 19th century. Pramukh Swamiji became, through a trance, meeting friend to one of the most India's eminent citizen, the 11th President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and together they create an unparalleled fellowship of science and spirituality. So they brought the perspection of science and of spirituality together, and they debunk a lot of myths that science is greater than spirituality. It's not. It says that because of spirituality, science exists today, and it's a beautiful book. No, not a religious book, but a spiritual book. Don't make spiritual and religion a similar thing. Spirituality is your soul. Spirit is your soul, and spirituality is your praying for your spirit, which is your soul. So it's a book about your soul and science. Spirit is spirituality, and religion is different. Religion is totally different thing, and spirituality is a different thing. They are connected for sure, because I'm not sure about Hinduism. I'm not sure about Christianism and Islam, but then Hinduism, Jainism, Sikhism and Buddhism are connected with soul. So soul is connected to religion. So religion and spirituality is connected in the culture, Asian culture, but not sure about the West. So do read this book. You find it in a lot of places. It's a bestseller, so do read this book also. And it's recommended. And my life's first ever book I read, Bhagavad Gita, as it is. It's written by Srila Prabhupada. I'll just show you his picture. So this book is wonderful, pretty much interesting. So I'll just take you how I got this book. So he's him. So how I got this book was in my school. We had Bhagavad Gita competition where Bhagavad Gita was there. They had competition on Bhagavad Gita. They had some questions in it, and then they had an exam. And the student who writes it in the best way gets him prize for that. And it was like, wow. I was like totally wowed with the competition because it was so enlightening, and the book was more enlightening. Don't take me the wrong way, I don't hate any religion, but if you see a Bible, I've read Bible. If you see a Quran, I've read even Quran. Quran and Bible are more on God, but Bhagavad Gita is for you. Bhagavad Gita, Bible and Islam and Christianity says that God is great, no one else is greater than God, but Bhagavad Gita is not that. Bhagavad Gita says you are great. God created you, so you are God because you were created by God, and what is created by God is also God because it's God's thing. So it's very divine, it's spiritual, very deep, and this book is just to show you one thing. If you just find one mantra, see, I find my mantra over here. So yeah, it's my one mantra over here, and it's one full page describing its story. So do read this book, and it's a beautiful book. I'll just read in a small paragraph behind it. Bhagavad Gita is universal, renowned as a jewel of Indian spirituality wisdom. It has a lot known, and people I see videos of spiritual speakers on YouTube, and they're Americans like Jim Quick, Prince E.A., Jay Shetty. Jay Shetty is is ethnic Indian, but anyway, so these people, they are Indian in spirituality, but not Indian, sorry. So they do say that Bhagavad Gita do connects them with a lot of things. They say Bhagavad Gita is not a book of religion, it's a book of yourself. They say that if you want to become a person, you want to change yourself, read this book. And after completing this book, see yourself in a different form because it changes you. It doesn't say God is great. It says you're great as you are. It doesn't say God is great. The God himself, he says you are great. Then the people who brought you in this world, your parents are great. And then people who are teaching, your teachers are great. And then God, if you respect these two people, I am great, and you are respecting me. Because if you love teacher and your parents brought this in your world, and teacher who taught you something and what you are because of them, if you respect them and show them love and dedication in your life, then Bhagavad Gita, you are the conqueror of Bhagavad Gita, and Krishna is already, you respect Krishna already. The writer of this, the speaker and the writer is Srila Prabhupada. So the Supreme Personality Godhead, to his intimate devotee Arjuna, the Gita's 700 conscious verses provide a definitive guide to the science of self-realization. Indeed, no work even compares in its revelation of man's essential nature, his environment, and ultimately his relationship with God. So it's great. Do read this book. I do recommend. You can find it a lot of these books. You can find these books on YouTube. You can find these illegal books which is written, and you can find a lot of Indian YouTubers and American YouTubers also, which make this. They take one mantra a day and recite. So there are a lot of videos. They already made a lot of them. This book made me a YouTuber today. The quick and easy way to effective speaking. It resonates with my problem. I had a lot of problem of fear. I was an influencer, a travel influencer, taking a lot of pictures of myself, a lot of architecture thing. And it was hard for me to make a video, it was hard for me to come on camera and speak about things. I have, from my birth, have been a speaker, from speaking in family functions and in school assemblies, because we have the same culture as England has. We have school assemblies. In assemblies also, I was not open to speak, and I was scared on cameras, but this book helped me and said me how you have to believe in yourself. And thanks to Dale for writing such an amazing book. It's published by Amazing Reads. It cost you some $2 if you're in India, and it cost you $5 if you're in America or other states. It's amazing. It connects you to yourself. It pushes out your fear. It has some exercises which pushes out your fear, and it's very good. I'll just read in small paragraph. Dale Carnegie, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing the name wrong. 3 basic principles are what this book is built upon. These principles know what to say it with feelings, or say it vividly and clearly, have proven to be a great help for both who wishes simply to go about their daily life task with ease and self-confidence in general, persuades in those who have the desire to define themselves more actually as individuals seeking a deeper personal accomplishment. A great book. It resonates a lot. It will change your life if you read this. Thanks to this book. Please do read this book. Last and one of the favorite book I read. I just bought it in recommendation of someone. It's written by an American guru. So the name of this book is The Journey to Home, Autobiography of an American Guru. So I'm just finding his picture. Yeah, so he's here. So it's Radhanath Swami. He's a spiritual guru. You can find him a lot of times in Mumbai at Chowpatty's ISKCON temple, and he's not a successor, but a guru in ISKCON Sampada, ISKCON, I don't know, getting the word, ISKCON thing. They wear orange clothes and they pray God, Lord Krishna. They are Vishnus, he believes in Bhagavad Gita for sure, because he's Krishna Priya. So if you know the author, speaker and YouTuber Gaur Gopal Das, he's the successor, the chela or the student of Radhanath Swami. So Radhanath Swami is an inspiring man. This book I got because of a recommendation of some man, and this is extraordinary. So I'll read you about this. I'll read about Radhanath Swami. Radhanath Swami was born in Chicago in 1950. In his teens, he set out to wander the world on a spiritual quest, where he eventually discovered the yoga path of devotion. He presents travel in Asia, Europe, America, teaching devotion wisdom, but can often be found with his community in Mumbai. This is at Chowpatty in Mumbai. He is an inspirational man. Would love him, and you can find about him more on www.radhanathswami.com. So one of the founders of Ayangara Yoga gave a thing. He says, a stunning story worth reading. Radhanath Swami's journey from the external to internal world is awe-inspiring. So he takes you from his ups and downs, worst time to the best time, and all this life-changing experience in his life. Do read this book. So it says, mystic yogis, gurus in epic quest through spiritual India, The Journey Home, autobiography in American Swami Radhanath Swami. The publisher is Jaico Public Books. Wow, this book is just like, I've been blown out by this book. So do read this book also, just adding all the links in the books I said. And I just tell you one thing, we are at a severe outbreak of coronavirus. So you can find a lot of books. You tell me I have a lot of different books which are not connected to the book I wanted to connect today. So today's was inspirational, motivational autobiographies. If you see today's books were more on autobiographies and inspirational books and life-changing books. So do read them. If you want, I'm going to add all the links. And if you want book illegal formats of it, just write me a DM on Instagram. I'll just help you with that. And leave a comment if you have read any of these books and what you think about this video. Do you need me to have some changes in my videos, something interesting to have in my videos? I'd be very happy to assist you or help you in this thing. And yeah, thank you very much for watching till the end. I'm just grateful to each one of you for watching this video till the end. And yeah, thank you very much, and please share, subscribe and like, and please follow me on social platforms to know how I shoot these videos and behind the scenes of these videos. Thank you very much.